right, Music Buzz Live. We're back here, powered as always by Colorado Harvest Company. It's time for tonight's Music Buzz Live Top 5.
Top 5, baby.
So what's up this week, Chad?
So basically, every week we submit an extra question on either my Masters account, which is Bud Tender to the Stars, or on our Facebook pages, Music Buzz Live. Check it out. This week, our question was, what is the best or the worst job for a stoner?
I don't know, but no matter what your job is, you should get some Edipure products for it, because it will make your day that much better.
That way, if you're not supposed to smoke at work, then you can smoke without having the smell.
Yeah, totally. Edipure,
not that I'd advise that on all jobs.
Edipure can solve all of your not being able to smoke on the clock rules.
Hey, before we get into that, you guys want to introduce the
Kevin Jordan?
Yeah, Kevin's in the house. The World Viral's resident movie critic.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about the year. It's been fun.
We're going to talk about the year. Honestly, I think movie critics should be the #1 fucking job.
Dude, for real. Might as well just go blaze the shit and figure out if it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true, but it would change the top 5 for the year.
Yeah, it would, for sure.
Dude, I'm excited to talk to you about a lot of things, actually. Hell yeah, a lot of things going on in movies.
What's your #1 job for a stoner, Kevin?
My first thought was the guy making pizzas at Domino's.
Yeah.
There you go.
Making or driving.
And being a former Domino's guy, we were all stoned the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, even the manager in the store, like, stoned all the time.
It totally doesn't surprise me that you worked at Domino's, Chad.
Dude, I totally worked at Domino's, Pizza Hut. I worked at a couple of high-end Italian places. Dude, driving around, getting tips, and you could get blazed the whole time. Like, not that I'd advise driving while you're stoned.
Yeah.
But if you had to, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're ready for number 5.
All right, here we go. Does this work best? Oh, we got both.
We got both. So the way it's going to work, yeah, the way this is going to work, because it's a double, we put in twice as much effort for you guys this week. We're going to expose both at the same time. So it's going to be the number 5 best and the number 5 worst job for a stoner.
Exactly.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. We got one camera. I think Chad unplugged this other one. It's black.
I totally did.
It's okay. We can work with that.
I also realize that I don't look nearly as good as the girls that are usually doing this, but I tried really hard to look good.
The board looks so much better with boobs right next to it.
Yeah.
Like,
true story.
Yep.
All right, let's rock this shit.
Hell yeah, number 5. A housewife is the best, or a school bus driver is the worst.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I don't think school bus drivers should be smoking weed. Actually, did you hear that just like yesterday, the day before, a school bus driver in Napa County got arrested for being drunk?
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Could you imagine that? Dude.
Yeah, not at all. No, I have a 3-year-old, and that scares the hell out of me.
So pissed,
yeah.
dude. Like, even with weed, dude, like, I'm talking about driving around pizzas earlier, dude. Like, kids, totally different cargo.
Yeah.
Like, totally different.
Yeah.
It's a little less liability with pizza.
Right. Yeah. But housewife, that's a good one, I think.
That is a good job, yeah.
Dude, housewives are underappreciated. They're like very important.
The chick from Weeds.
Exactly. She can bring in money her own ways.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, ready for number 4?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Best and worst job for a stoner. Here we go.
A farmer and a mediation counselor.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a farmer is great. Actually, I know some farmers, and they're all potheads.
Yeah. And usually part of their crop is weed.
Yeah.
No, oh, wait. Those are just my friends that are farmers. Wait, my bad.
The mediation people, though, and it's, mediation, the second time I ever got a possession of marijuana ticket, this was probably like 12 years ago, I had to go to this counselor, mediation person, to decide whether or not I had a problem and needed to go to therapy.
Yeah.
And
what did they decide? Yes?
No, they decided that I was fine.
Okay.
Because I went in there and I lied my ass off for like an hour straight. But if that chick was a stoner, she would have totally known that I was lying the whole time.
Dude, I wish out of all the mediation counselors that I've ever had to talk to, I wish they were all stoned. I think it would have been way better.
It made me realize that I'm a great liar.
Yeah, it'll do one thing for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Any thoughts on this, Kevin?
No, I'm thinking about the farmer who's either doing a really good job or he's doing the same spot over and over again.
Yeah, yeah. He's either very, very meticulous or totally like arrogant.
All right, number 3.
All right, number 3.
Best one is a weed tester. Worst one is a high steel worker.
Like those people you see in like those old photos from New York City building the skyscrapers.
Totally all the way up there.
With their lunches.
Like, I already, like, am scared of heights. If I was stoned up there, I would probably fall. Like, there wouldn't be a question.
Yeah.
Or you'd never let go of the girder.
Yeah. Yeah, you just sit there.
Someone would definitely have to fight me to get me up there. For sure.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
The weed...
The weed tester.
The weed tester. I mean, I think that kind of goes without saying.
I mean, there was a lot of submissions, especially on my mass roots, about, dude, I would want to be the one that tries the edibles or tries a strain of weed or figures out if it's good and stuff. That's bud tender, you know?
Yeah, and I think we kind of included this one to encompass all of the jobs within the industry, because otherwise all 5 of them would be industry jobs.
Yeah, there'd be a grower, there'd be an edible maker, an extractor. Yeah.
So this basically goes for everyone that works in the cannabis industry.
One job or another, for sure.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Best and worst job for a stoner. A chef for the best or data entry for the worst.
And a chef like Chef Hope that was just
like
in
Chef
here
Hope.
would be
just
awesome.
here.
Dude, Wolfgang Puck.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not bad working in a kitchen, you know?
No, dude, I spent years working in kitchens. I actually miss it a lot sometimes, you know?
I agree. There was another entry that was like a pastry chef or something like that, that it could be the best or the worst, which I totally see, because if I was a stoner and I was a pastry chef, I'd probably weigh like 500 pounds instead of what I weigh now.
Yeah, and pastry chefs, like baking is a whole nother ballgame. You have to be so precise when you're baking, you know? There's no take a little out later on when you're baking, you know?
So what you're saying is you couldn't be a chef and a weed tester.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But, dude, think about data entry. Like, that would way suck. Like, I promise you I would get written up daily for being, like, just asleep.
Yeah, or for, like, fucking up.
You know? Yeah. Like, having to have the precise numbers and running numbers and crunching numbers for some, like, Fortune 500 company, and you, like, miss a zero because you're like, it kind of looks like zeros, but I'm stoned, whatever.
That was it. All right, number 1.
The number 1. Best and worst job for a stoner.
Best job, video game tester.
Yeah.
Worst job, law enforcement.
Oh. Well, the law enforcement, I think, is worse not only because of what you're doing, but because of the fact that you would absolutely lose your job.
Yeah.
If you got busted.
Right.
You would look like such a hypocrite.
And would you even like bother like citing any people? Like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, totally. Like, I'm just.
I don't know. Dude,
I'm going to confiscate this, and then you can go on.
You could totally pull anybody over that you wanted to, and be like, you know what? I'll let you off for that 1/8 of weed right there. You know.
But you hear so many stories.
Happens,
you know? Yeah, you hear so many stories about I just confiscated it. And then wasn't there the cop that confiscated an edible and then ate it and then had to call 911 because he thought he was going to die?
He thought he was dying, dude. If you haven't heard that, that's so fucking hilarious.
It's on YouTube, right?
It totally is, dude. And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm going to die, dude. I don't know. You can't fucking die off of weed." Like, and he totally called 911. Like, he was like, "This is going to kill me." You got to check it out. It's hilarious.
But the video game tester, I mean, anybody that's seen the movie Grandma's Boy, I think it'd be hard to argue with this one.
Yeah.
Very true, dude. I mean, that's pretty much what anybody's doing, like a lot of stoners do anyways, where they're, you know.
Maybe video game, those guys that play tournaments, maybe that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like The Wizard with Fred Savage. Did you ever watch that? It was like that old... Did you ever watch that?
No.
It's a video game. Dude, Fred Savage goes as a kid to a Nintendo competition and wins.
Okay. Right on.
Should have been a stoner.
All right, well, that's the top 5 for this week. Stick around. We'll be announcing a new question. When do we do that? Mondays, right?
Yeah, throughout the week.
All right, so stick around. You can vote on at Bud Tender the Stars on Mass Roots or Music Buzz Live Radio's Facebook page. So follow both of those. We'll have a new question up for you shortly. While we're on the topic, though, talking about Grandma's Boy and Fred Savage of movies, we have our movie critic in the house.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We're going to take a quick break.
Kevin
and we're
Jordan.
Gonna pick his brain.
World Viral TV is brought to you, as always, by Colorado Harvest Company.
Colorado Harvest Company.
People are coming from all over the world to check out Denver's growing cannabis industry. And most of them are leaving happy after they've been to Colorado Harvest Company. Why Colorado Harvest Company? For so many reasons. We pride ourselves on carrying only the most consistent flowers and products, with knowledgeable and friendly bud tenders that'll assist you with everything that you need. Buds, vaporizers, concentrates, topicals, edibles, and drinks, all from only the best companies in the state. If you're looking for the best cannabis experience in Denver, look no further than Colorado Harvest Company.
Please do. Give me one more loud one.
We got a budget here. We can buy another one.
Give me a nice loud one.
Punch it.
For sure. Hey, you're watching WorldViral.tv. Bitch.
It's your Uncle Nasty.
Oh. People know who the fuck I am. You're watching WorldViral.tv, bitch.
Nice.
I think that was it, actually.
Colorado Harvest Company.
I-25, west of I-25 is about the line for them. And then through the river valley, it's awful, the Platte River Valley. I-25 where it dips down, you know, like after you come going southbound, you go past Broadway and you go all the way down, to what, Yale? I'm talking over.
Yeah, I know.
Stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen, dude.
So that's sock puppet number 4.
How would that sock puppet sound, man?
I don't know.
Off the top.
No, I'm not going to go off the top. I'm going to live with the sock puppet for a while.
King, come on.
I'm going to go with the sock. I have to live.
Wait, did you have these in storage?
They've been in storage. They've changed since last I saw them.
He's got to stick his hand up them a few more times
I'm not the
before
same,
you can
honestly.
actually get the feel.
Hey, anybody you know really well, didn't you have to stick your hand up them once or twice before you figured out exactly what the, you know what I'm saying? We got stuff for it. It's coming.
And we're gonna cook food and smoke some weed and play some music and.
It's the Uncle Nasty Show
sock puppets
on World Viral TV. Ooh.
World Viral.
All right, we're back, and we are talking with our resident movie critic, Kevin. And real quick, I want to give a shout-out to our sponsor, Roof Rehab. If your roof is in need of repair, if it's time for an intervention, it's time to call Roof Rehab. Visit roofrehabonline.com. They will take care of all your commercial and residential roofing needs.
They can be your mediation counselor.
They do, because you don't want to be sitting in your... Yeah. Ha 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 ha, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You don't want to be sitting in your living room watching an awesome movie when your fucking roof collapses.
That would suck.
Yeah, that would ruin a lot of movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Jordan.
All right. So Kevin, what's going on, man? Let's get the lowdown on where you've been lately.
Well, let's see. The last time I was here was right after the Avengers was out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's been about 6 months. A lot of movies. I've been traveling a bunch, which is why I've been able to get in here. So between that, and it seems like the agency's been screening movies on Wednesdays for like 2 months solid.
Right.
Until recently. So I got in here because I think this is my favorite time of the year. It's closing out. I'm getting ready to write up my year in review, which is my favorite thing to write because it's talking about everything.
Can we get a little glimpse as to what we're going to be reading? Like,
sure.
What's you don't have to break it all down, but what's a little good and a little bad that happened this year?
Well, so I think my theme's going to be, I was looking for a theme for the year, and this year it's going to be how crazy the critics have gone and just totally fucking off the edge. Maybe it's me because I'm just one guy and they're a whole mass of people, but
yeah,
some of the movies that they thought were awesome were not good. And then vice versa, there were a lot of movies that they just totally ignored that were great. And
give us 2 examples. I got to hear about that.
All right, so for starters, Mad Max. It was a very entertaining movie if you like a 2-hour car chase.
Right.
But other than that, there was no story at all. There were no fleshed out characters. It was literally explosions and car chases, which is fine.
And a dude with a guitar fucking on the front of a thing, dude, just going.
Right, but you named a movie Mad Max, and then you made him the guy riding shotgun for the entire movie. What the hell is wrong? I don't know what was up with that. Jurassic World was another one.
I hated that movie.
It was just a rip-off of the first movie, right?
Exactly.
That's all I heard of it. I never wanted to watch it.
But $1 billion in the box office worldwide.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. So
you gotta go make a fucking movie, man. I need $1 billion.
Yeah, make a movie called Jurassic Planet.
And then just film in the same place.
There you go.
So, and then on the flip side, they completely ignored Terminator Genesis. It was not as bad as critics made it out to be. And then all the same things. There was a lot of feminism talk about Mad Max, which I could totally argue against. But then same thing in Terminator, they just ignored, and I didn't understand that. So they lost their minds. It's okay.
I totally gotta ask, dude, like, you're gonna write your year-end review before the launch of Star Wars?
No, I'm hoping to see Star Wars before that. I didn't get to a screening because of my paying job got in the way, but I'm hoping to get there, squeeze a seat sometime this weekend, maybe next weekend.
They shut down a fucking half mile in Hollywood for that.
I know.
I heard it's supposed to be the biggest night in Hollywood history. I was reading in the Denver Post.
Really?
Yeah, Star Wars is going to kill every box office record that's been set. And from what I've seen in reviews, I've been avoiding every review like the plague, but the headlines are out there and everything looks good. So not just an action flick, but it's getting good reviews.
So on the topic of all these other critics, in your experience, how many of the critics are judgmental, like how many of them are biased in one way or another? Or how many of them are not objective enough?
And I am too. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I look for certain things in movies. What my problem with the mainstream is they tend to focus on an element of a movie and dismiss the rest of it. So if they really liked, let's say it was the practical effects of Mad Max, let them ignore everything else about the movie.
Yeah.
So to me, it's story. So I'm biased if it's story. If it's a good story, the technical aspects could suck, but I'll be like, whatever. It was fun.
So what's your opinion on the movie Out Cold?
Out Cold? I don't think I saw that one.
It's from 2001, I believe. It's a B-list movie.
Out Cold? I've never even heard of that.
It's my favorite movie. It's about a bunch of snowboarders in Alaska. And like the big corporate guy comes in and tries to take over their resort, and they like revolt.
That sounds like an episode of South Park.
Dude. Yeah,
it does.
It has Zach Galifianakis.
Oh yeah!
Oh wow!
And the guy from the lead role is the guy from Dazed and Confused. The lead guy from Dazed and Confused.
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about.
That's hands down your favorite movie?
I mean, for nostalgic purposes now, I'm not going to say it's the greatest film ever made, but...
Gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Do you got a cult classic favorite B-lister from back in the day?
Oh, I'm going to have to think about that for a second. Let me stir on that one for a minute.
I know we were just talking about The Wiz, dude. As a kid, I thought that was cool as shit. But I've always... I like the movie Rad. You remember Rad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Rad was cool, right? I was like
Rad was rad.
Rad was way rad. He was a biker, and he got to dance with that chick from Full House on a bike to Send Me an Angel.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, am I right? And they're like just fucking doing bike tricks, and you're like, they're gods, dude. They can do that on a bike.
It's rad. Which chick from Full House? Stephanie?
No. The fucking
the
Jesse's.
Twins.
She wasn't even born yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What is it? Lori Metcalf. Lori
that sounds
Calf.
right.
Is that right?
We might have to find the sequence to that. I got the World Viral page queued up so you could see all the entries that Kevin's been making. He's been contributing quite a bit, man.
Yeah, I try to get to one
Pages
a week.
of it.
So what out of all of the movies that you think is never going to be up for movie of the year, which one do you think should be but it's totally going to get brushed under the rug?
I'd bet money Star Wars won't be.
Really?
And they'll make it be happy with all the money it makes, and Disney's not going to care. But I bet if it's up for Best Picture,
they won't get. Do you think it'll be up for special effects and all that shit though? Right?
Probably, yeah. It'll get the token awards that sci-fi and action flicks get. But
right.
I think if there's one action/comedy flick, although it's not really a comedy, The Martian is the only one I can see breaking into that Best Picture category.
I kind of liked The Martian. I thought that was fairly well done.
Yeah, for me that was, until I see Star Wars, that was the best movie of the year, and it might stay that way. But it was fantastic.
I was actually taken back by the fact that Matt Damon could act that. Like, you know, I mean, it's Matt Damon, so you fucking know that it's him, and you know. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
are you guys ready?
For what?
I'm ready
for this,
dude. He's pulling it up. There it is.
Oh, he found it.
Laurie Metcalf. Is that right? That's rad right there. What's his name? I can't remember what the character's name is.
It's all quiet.
Yeah,
dude, you gotta crank that shit.
So what?
But don't give up.
Sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
Kevin, what? As a critic, what's one thing that you don't go into the theater without?
Without?
Yeah.
Well, my glasses now, because nothing's worse than a blurry movie that you got to sit through.
Do you take notes?
I don't. There's a guy that I try to not sit next to who has one of those light up pens, and he likes to keep track of the curse words, which just astonishes me, but it's annoying. So
is it usually like the same crew of people going?
Oh yeah,
in? Yeah.
It's you know the Denver Post critic is always there, or usually there, but yeah.
Trevor O'Connor is there a lot.
Yeah.
Trevor?
That's crazy.
Yeah, Trevor goes a lot.
I got a pen that lights up that I wouldn't go to a movie without too. It's
I mean,
open pen.
First thing they tell you is don't turn on your phones, so you know, pen's not really any better. Yeah, I keep it in my head, so I don't do a lot of quotes, but I don't think I could anyways, because you know I'm trying to pay attention to the movie and then having to write something down. I'm just gonna miss something. I don't want to miss something.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching this?
Dude, I'm totally loving Rad on the screen, dude.
How old is this movie?
I think it was like 1988. That was like the same year that Batteries Not Included came out.
Yeah, it looks even older with the lights and the pants.
He does like a backflip on his bike later.
I feel like John Travolta's gonna run out in a second.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Batteries Not Included?
Sure. I totally watched that.
I saw a little bit of it.
That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
I still like Number Johnny 5 better though.
Oh yeah, Short Circuit.
Yeah, Short Circuit.
Yep.
Thanks for bringing me back to my Rad days, man.
Yeah.
The good old 80s.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Now I do want to bring up a couple of the movies that were. One was overrated. It was called It Follows, and the premise was sexually transmitted ghost.
Cool.
And there was no sex in the movie, which was the worst thing about it. The whole premise was this ghost just slowly walks after people, and you know eventually will catch them if you stop walking. It was so boring, and it got great reviews, and I could not understand it.
Really?
Easily the most overrated movie of the year. Then we had the Fantastic Four, which was just abysmal.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because I went into that movie thinking just do better than the ones you made like 10 years ago, and they failed. I don't know how you fail that.
Dude, they released that right around Ultron anyway, Avengers Ultron thing. So like, I don't know. I think everybody kind of went for the hype of the Avengers on that anyway.
Maybe. I mean, I think there was a little time in between.
Was there?
It was just terrible.
I still wasn't all big on the originals of the Fantastic Four.
I wasn't.
No, they weren't that good.
And they had different actors in this one. Right?
Oh yeah, completely different. They were trying to reboot it, and it just flopped.
Yeah.
And then, as a kind of a joke, I watched 50 Shades of Grey. But the deal was, I got to take notes. I was at home on a Redbox. I was taking notes or commenting to the movie. My wife was taking notes. So the whole review is a running dialogue of me making fun of this movie.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna go check that out.
It was of all the people I talked to, it was their favorite review of mine all year. So I think more of those I need to find. But I knew it was going to be a bad movie going in, so that's the key. Find a bad movie and then just shred it like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Which is coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited.
That's pretty sick. Hell yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's always good to have our biannual catch-up.
Yeah, we're going to need to have you come in
We'll do more, yeah.
Yeah. Especially since we got the award season coming up anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I have a lot of opinions about those awards.
You know what we should do? But I think all the award shows are on Tuesday nights, though, right? It would have been great if we could like live broadcast and then run a commentary.
Just talk shit the whole time.
Maybe we'll do a special Tuesday night edition of Music Buzz Live.
I could get down with that.
Oh man, but if we can make it through the 9 hours now?
Oh
ish.
gosh,
yeah.
And there's like 12 of them now. It seems like.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, Kevin, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, dude, we always like having our friend Mr. Jordan come in.
All right, Kevin Jordan, World Viral's film critic. We'll see him again soon, and we are going to be rocking out with the fam crew, and we're going to make them do Hack It or Axe It with us. So stick around. Tim Winger here for our client Roof Rehab. If you are looking for commercial or industrial roofing, look no further than Roof Rehab. They can satisfy all of your repair and installation needs. Roof Rehab has been satisfying customers with challenging roofing issues for over 20 years in Colorado's Front Range region. From rehabbing persistent damaged leaks to complete new roofing systems, Roof Rehab can handle any job, commercial or residential. Roof Rehab will please you with reliability, dependability, and the best cost-effective results. From flat roofing systems to metal roofing repair and complete roof replacements and installation, Roof Rehab is your go-to source for commercial and industrial roofing. Visit roofrehabonline.com for more information and check out a comprehensive list of what they can do for you. Call them at 720-436-2886. That's 720-436-2886. Is your roof out of control? Does it need an intervention? If so, it's time for Roof Rehab.
Motherfucking Roof Rehab!
World Viral.
Herman's Hideaway on the corner of Iowa and Broadway. Your favorite independent anti-corporate venue featuring Westward's best patio. Now serving award-winning food. From metal to jazz to hip-hop, Herman's Hideaway has something for everyone. And if you want to book your act at Herman's Hideaway, email booking@hermanshideaway.com or call 303-777-2535. There's only one venue, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Holding it down in Denver. Go to hermanshideaway.com for more information and show listings.
This is Brent Loveday at Reno Divorce, and I'm watching World Viral TV.